everyone in Rumble and YouTube land. I have some exciting news about the family. So I want to thank everybody who's followed along in this story. I have a brief update. This is very quick. Yesterday, we a few people went out to where the eldest is in school, and we surprised her with a visit and got to see her. So the parents got to be reunited. The father has not seen his daughter for 2 years, hasn't got to touch her, and mom, I think it's about a year. So super exciting. I'm going to upload a minute and 37 video up here. So what happened yesterday, I'll briefly explain this, and so you can get a better understanding as to, or an understanding as to what is happening just with the 18-year-old daughter. So here in Canada, in our province, once you're 18, you're an adult. And people are like, why doesn't she just come home? It's not as easy as it looks. First of all, how we even found her was, you will have no, like, it's mind blowing how Cosmic Spice and I tracked down the oldest daughter in this school. It's a big university. 8,000 people go to this university. And we literally were like, it's like, the biggest way I can explain this university is like a rat maze in a coffin. Okay? A rat maze in a coffin. Craziness. Like, you go down a long hallway. On either side, there's stairs that go down 3 floors. In those stairs is like weird. Then it goes down another hallway, down some more stairs. And then goes down another hallway. I'm talking, this is like an airport hangar, how long this this building is. Okay? So Cosmic Spice and I passed this one girl, and I was like, oh, no. And every energy that was coming past me, nope, 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 nope. And I didn't say this last week, but I had a dream of the eldest daughter. And I told the parents, I said, I had a dream. I saw her, and she was like sitting on a bench or something to my left hand side. And I'm not kidding you. It was weird. We passed this girl and we went in the opposite direction. And I'm like, and then they're like, well, maybe we should go look at that girl. And I'm like, I don't think it's the right girl. In my head, I'm like, Creator, just point us in the right direction. She's here. I know we can't point her. I'm going to cry. It was so cool. So we literally went down, and I'm wearing like, I was sweating, like sweating. Somebody said you look radiant today. I probably lost 5 pounds like running. 17 minutes and 14 seconds. I have a video of us going down this like, and there she was, bang, on the left hand side. Dream, connection. So what happened was, Cosmic Spikes and I convinced her to come outside with us. We had a surprise for her. We had a little gift bag, and she was like kind of really hesitant, I'm not gonna lie, but she's such a sweet being. Like, her, it was like her energy was calling us. Both Cosmic Spice and I were like spiritual hound dogs. There is no other way to describe what happened yesterday. So we end up bringing her outside, but on the way, there was a fella who came up, and he was wearing a backpack, and he looked like he was a 25-year-old, 18-year-old. It looked like an older person, like in his 20s with a younger face. And he didn't look like he fit in. His energy was not good to me. There was something creepy about him. And he was like, he was following her. And like, honestly, the minute that we were there, it was very strange. And we look like a couple of nice people. We didn't like, people were like, oh, that's so exciting. You're doing a surprise, because we got lost once. And whatever. And we just told people we were giving somebody a surprise. And people were really excited. We don't have any ill intentions. We weren't there to harm her. Of course not. We love her. And so, anyways, but this guy, he got in the elevator, and Cosmic Spice asked the eldest if it was her boyfriend, just kind of because it was the elevators, it was just a funny thing to say. And she's like, no. And she got kind of embarrassed, but not really embarrassed, more like, no. And just a friend. And I'm like, well, he is a boy, like that. And I was very clear because I wanted him to feel how high our vibrations were, because I don't think he had very nice intentions with her. It was like he was paid to watch her. That's the only way I can describe. So I don't know if he was from Assure, which is the Child and Family Services place, or if he was right from Child and Families. I don't know. But he did not give me very good vibrations. So we all crowd in one elevator, and then we walked down to the second elevator, and we had to go to another elevator, and there was just four of us in there, and I made some joke. Like, like we were doing a show to Sweat into the Oldies or something, except for there was no Richard Simmons, and the guy's like totally looked off put. And then we bring her outside, and I run and go get the parents, and I go and bring them, and she starts crying, and they have a reunion. And I filmed a minute and 37 seconds of that because I wanted them to have their privacy. But right after that, this guy with a backpack is standing over with the security guard, and they're like looking. The security guard was a female, and she didn't look like very threatening or intimidating or anything. She's whatever. And I said to the guy, I go, why were you here? Like, why are you so concerned? Who's paying you to be here? And he was like, and I'm like, no, seriously, who's paying you to be here? Like, why, like, who are you to her? And he goes like, oh, just a friend. And I'm like, do you work for the university? Like, and he didn't answer. And he goes, yeah, you could totally tell he was lying. And he goes, I plan on getting a job here, after I graduate. And I'm like, oh, doing what? And he's like, working for Subway or the cafeteria. I'm like, uh-huh. Literally. I'm not buying it, dude. This is at 44 people, 11. I love it. So, anyways, they had their moment, and this was, I don't know, about 2 o'clock. And she agreed to come back at 4 o'clock so we could take her out for dinner and grab a bite to eat. And she was really happy. She gave the parents a hug and everything, and that, but she was trembling, like shaking. And I mean, I don't know. I can explain how I would feel because I have a similar experience to how maybe she's feeling. And this is not me projecting, this is me just analyzing what happened yesterday and why she did not come back at 4 o'clock. Okay? So she wasn't there at 4 o'clock, which we had a sneaking suspicion that that guy would make sure she wasn't back at 4 o'clock. Now, I do believe she is divinely protected, so don't go in any low vibes here. First of all, before I left, I read the cards in the morning, and I got Earth Fairy grounding and physical health, and then I got the Bee, which is sweet victory and luck, and then the Eagle, which is integrity and spiritual. Like, that's exactly what happened yesterday. So when I came back home, I'm like, I gotta read these other cards I haven't read for a long time, and they've been sitting in my window recharging right behind me. And so I pulled 3 cards out after we were just all the way home, and like just ooh, I was so excited. Okay, so this is what I pulled out. Now this is a magic card for me. It's the Sun, and I think that's little Bud there. And because when I read you this card, I got like my little nephew that passed in 2021, the magical lion fairy, always comes to me and says, don't worry, Auntie, everything's going to be okay. You'll see. And before we left yesterday, he was sending me a message too. So the first card that I got, the sun is the center of our solar system and the source of all life. The child on the card reflects rebirth and resurrection as he wears the same red feather as the Fool and the Death card. He is the fool reborn with spiritual understanding and mastery. He rides forward on the horse of purity with his new found freedom. The wall behind him reflects a barrier that has been crossed. Oh, that's goosebumps. The sunflowers represent all the bounty of summer and the richness of a beautiful August day. The sun appears to fill you with optimism and let you know everything will be okay. I'm going to cry. So, each of us is sun within our universe, with our universe. Friends, family, magic, creativity orbiting around us. You are pure consciousness and energy. Let yourself shine. Oh, this next card, I have to actually show you the card. It's a beautiful card. It's going to show up better on Rumble, I think, than my YouTube video. But if you're having problems hearing this video, go to Rumble. It will be uploaded after I'm done. So this is the Six of Cups. Gifts of the heart, a walk down memory lane, kindness, sharing, protection. Two children share a cup inside a walled Tuscan hill town. Flowers sprout from the cups, implying growth and manifestation in the real world. You guys have done this. You guys have helped bring this family together. Okay? It's all of us. Okay? The figure of an adult man, perhaps a soldier, walks away, implying this is a space of youth. Old situations slip away. The cup exchange between the children reflects gifts of the heart. Wow is wow, 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 wow. Okay, so then I got the Four of Pentacles. Okay, and this is about material things. A figure sits on with a pentacle balancing on his head or crown chakra and at his heart chakra and beneath his feet. He clings dearly to the material world. The city behind him represents commerce and his accrued income. He is holding on tight to savings, security of animal, vegetable, and mineral, stability in the material world. It is an early success. It is an early success, but also the fear of losing what one has gained. Now, this is very important because we all have these old programs of that fear. Let it go, folks. Let it go. This is pure manifestation and magic, what happened yesterday. I can't, honestly, the only thing I think that came close to this kind of magic is when my little nephew came into this world, and it's everywhere. Now, the Schumann is being elevated. We got hit yesterday with 245 spikes and it averaged around 33, I think. And Cosmic Spice had a ringing in her ear the whole time we were looking for this child. And she is a child of God. So she got taken when she was 15. She was not like a regular 18-year-old. This is someone who has severe Stockholm syndrome, severe PTSD, and I'm going to go tell you the story now of what I think the situation from my personal experience. So yesterday, I think the reason at 4 o'clock, even if she wanted to come and she was able to come, there's a fear that is put within us from the dark when we have this energy that we're not quite sure of. So basically, it's the darkness holding her back from reunification. That's what's happening right now. So the spell that the darkness has, and I'll use my own personal example. When I was 10 years old, I think about 9, 10 years old, I was living, my parents split up when I was 6 or 7, and then I got sent up northern Alberta to live with my mom, and then she sent me back to live with my stepmom and dad when I was 8 years old. So my mom tried to come back and get me when a couple of times, and this one of the times she tried to come back and pick me up, and it was when I was 10 years old. And I have dealt with a lot of violence in my life, okay? Like tons and tons of violence. So don't freak out when you hear this story because I've already forgiven the people who were involved. But there was an incident where my stepmother was at one side of a glass pane door inside with me behind her, and my mother was on the other side of the glass door. My stepmother had a 12 gauge shotgun in her hand, and my mother had an axe. Dead serious. Did I go with my mother? No. It took me a year to leave that house because I was terrified that my stepmother was going to act violently and kill my mother. Like, I truly believed that in my head because I was severely traumatized for those years before. So I do believe God, creator, source, my energy, my soul contract has always been to find some way to tell about the darkness and identify so people can be freed of that mind program that they've had into our programs. And this is one way that the darkness has always tried to keep us down. Now, I have never felt so happy as I have in the last little bit. These energies are releasing. I have no anger, but I have this deep understanding of who these children are on each individual level because I share a trauma that happened in early childhood. So this is what we're all doing right now. We're releasing and these traumas while we're getting this family together. So as horrible as people can't even believe this story is, I do believe justice is coming. Justice is coming in the way that anybody who has done any harm to any child will be dealt military justice. Be patient. There are things going on in the high spiritual courts right now. There's things going on in the high universal court. And there's things going on that have to reverse all of these. Okay? So this is where we're at with this family, you guys. This is the biggest, most positive step towards the whole entire family being joyfully reunited. So when I show you guys this video and you watch this video, you imagine the other two children and the five of them standing there united as one organism again, one family system that cannot be divided anymore. These parents love their children so much. They love their children so much. So please keep manifesting joyful reunification. Keep these people in your prayers every day. Every day. If you start to think of something negative, not today, Satan. We're gonna pray. We're gonna manifest joyful reunification. And that's where it's at now. Like, honestly, I've never felt so good about everything. About everything. The way things are going, like, I'm just sitting back and, enjoying the show because there is nothing that can stop what is happening. Because as our Earth's vibrations creep up, I talked about this 3 years ago, it's a separation. The dredge is staying on the bottom and they're slowly dying off. Okay? We are rising. We are rising. So, everybody having hot sweats and all of that, this is all of us co creating abundance, getting light codes, getting our DNA cleaned up, coming into our higher selves, working all together. This is what yesterday was all about, the manifestation of us as one spiritual light body. It was so magical, like so magical. I can't wait to blur out all the faces in the hallway video and show you guys the amazing journey we had yesterday. 17 minutes and 14 seconds. I just love it. So, take care, everybody. I really appreciate you sharing this video, and I'm going to put all the links to the family story. Keep manifestation of the highest vibrations, the highest intentions. You guys are totally making a difference. So happy. So let's keep working on it. You guys are doing amazing. And I'm going to do a little video in a little while for y'all. You might like it. Take care. Love you.